Welcome back to some more serene logistical action. Maybe saying the word action is a little overestimating this game's ability. But it is a game, and we will play it. Where I left off last time, we had pretty much completed Tutorial Island. There's a few things left, which involve us getting some level 3 goods to be able to supply to Martinique here, and as well as the dock of Martinique and Martinique proper. We also did a large majority of the northern island of New Zealand. We still have a decent section to go in the Northern Island, and we do have the ability to, if we wish to, travel into the Southern Island and then start working on the Southern Island. But I really wanted to give Australia a go and start tackling some of that more difficult content. So that's what we're doing. It helps that I'm Australian and I like the idea of travelling throughout Australia. Now, Australian trucks cost a little bit more. It is what it is. We're also delivering water to routes to basically help put out the fires. Basically, Australia is burning, and in order to put out the fires, we need to supply them with water. Now, we can't get past this roadwork because we need aluminium, and we currently do not have access to aluminium. So our route to Sydney is currently blocked off to us. We have a northern route which would possibly get us into Sydney, but that requires bricks, another thing that we do not currently have available to us. We can also travel up here towards Newcastle and maybe get access to Sydney that way. But in order to do that, we just need wood, but we do not currently have a supply of wood. We do have a supply of rocks. We wanted to continue going the wrong way, so out into the middle of New South Wales, but that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on doing the places that need water right now, and then dealing with those areas as we get them. So we have two places that require water, so let's unlock them. Let's fill on up with water, and we'll head on out. Now, this is a base speed B-double. It doesn't have any speed upgrades. We get speed upgrades by providing goods to various services. It also doesn't have a loader, so it takes some time to fill itself up with water, which is a bit frustrating, but hopefully soon we'll have access to that. We have access to a few goods now, so it's going. It's just slow going at this potential stage. Now, I'm only going to be here for about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less, because I have work to go to. And that should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. First day at a new job is always a little bit intense. So we are not emptying all of our cargo. We're just supplying enough to do the roadworks. I want to travel down here to do this, but just in case there's another set of roadworks that require water, we're going to explore this area first. Wollongong should be a little bit more packed than... it's not letting me travel to these red bits. Is it because I still have a load? And yeah, I'm guessing that it is. It shouldn't really make a difference, but the game really wants me to just deliver the rest of that water. So I guess that is what we will do for now, which is down here. And we will make sure that it does empty this time, regardless of how much the roadworks there need. Oh, I changed my mind. Let's also go down and do this one. Discovered a cheese factory, good old Bega, Australia. Bega is really interesting. This is good. I'll be able to give like so much stuff into my homeland. Bega is a really interesting cheese. It oh, we got our reward, I suppose. Did we get another B double? We did. So many facts no one needs, exactly. Bega is a really interesting cheese. It's like a soft cheddar. It's really weird. But it makes the most delicious cheese toasties. And I've had plenty of Americans who have tried them and been like, what is this magic? Because it tastes divine. Oh, no vehicle access. Okay, that's fine. In that case then, let us cancel and spend $40,000 dumping the rest of that. So ridiculous. I think it's 40,000 because it's a 40 tonner or something silly, but that's okay. We now have 2 B doubles, which will be good. We're going to go and explore. Let us explore this way. And you know what? We have a second truck, so let's take that to go and explore out this way. Okay, you've run into some roadworks. That's fine. Go around and we'll get there. But yeah, Bega is a really interesting cheese. It's the other really good cheese for melting is Coon, which has resisted all of Australia's attempts at being forced to rename itself. But that's okay. Okay, looks like some more roadworks are going to cause some problems here. I expected as much. Let's go up north and hit up what we can get over there. Now, green stuff is stuff that provides us with goods. So we've got a few things unlocked now that will provide us with goods. Are we going to be able to get into Wollongong Central? Now it looks like we're locked out of the core of Wollongong by roadworks requiring concrete or requiring dynamite. I don't believe we have any form of concrete currently, but the game might surprise me. I believe the game is surprising me by putting the concrete on the other side of where I need to be. Indeed. So, I need to find another way into Wollongong. So we are basically as stuck as we're going to be coming to the north. Shy of... Hey, Cook region. It's going. Don't know if it's going well yet. We're still mostly unlocking and exploring at this stage. So we have gone as far sort of north as we can go. The southern stuff requires more water, which we might start doing as well. Let's go send you on a... Actually, how do we... Sure. It really doesn't like... It likes filtering through things, but it doesn't like filtering through when there's a roadworks, which is a little bit frustrating. Because you have to zoom right in to get to the roadworks, and then come right back out. Ah, right, we don't actually have access to this because we need to get past this lock, which might be in one of our quests. Just sort of... We don't have a road fix for the southern part yet. So, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what will unlock down here. We have over near Eden another roadworks, but once again that's locked as well. Okay, but we do have wood available to us, so that's a good start. We had a couple of places that needed wood, so I think we had locks that required wood too. We of course have some places in Canberra that require it, but yeah, we did have locks here and up here that required wood. So let's get you all the way up to there. As for this one, we also had locks that require... no, it's not going to let me do it. Wrangling with this obscure game can sometimes be a little on the frustrating side. I'm also going to get the other truck to go and get me rocks to unlock that. Of course. Good work, Bane. I did not change vehicles before I did that. Let's try that again. Are you moving? Why are you not moving? No vehicle access. What do you mean no vehicle access? Ah. You mean no vehicle access. We need steel in order to gain access to that, and we do not currently have steel. Alright. So steel is going to be something else we're looking out for. We do have access to clay, so we can go and do that at the very least. Let us go up here and see what we unlock. Travelling out into the wild world of Australia. So this is what I mean about Australia. Australia is really a bunch of Spartan territory that happens to also have massive, massive industrialization. It's just sparse. So you have Sydney, which is huge, but then you've got a bunch of nothing again until you hit sort of Newcastle, which is another large city, and then nothing, 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 nothing until you reach the Gold Coast and Brisbane, which is once again another big urban sprawl. And the country is truly massive. It is almost the same size as the United States, but it only has, I think, less than 10% of the population. So it is, 95% of the people definitely live on the coast. Yep. That is probably very accurate. Oh, we didn't set you up to empty your entire load. We're going to have to waste money again. Okay. I'm just going to have to set it up to empty its entire load. This partial emptying of loads just doesn't seem to work very well. Alright, we continue traveling out. We find some more roadworks. At this point, we still don't really have the ability to... we don't really have the ability to go and fulfill businesses, which is really frustrating. I am very tempted to switch back to New Zealand just for a little bit to unlock a speed upgrade, especially if we're going to be doing these sprawling situations. We have oil, but I don't think we've found oil. I don't know where in Australia we would get oil from, to be honest. I think we do a lot of oil importation. Wood and limestone. We don't actually have access to wood yet. And I don't think we've found limestone. No, we have found limestone. Okay, let's go and do limestone then. That'll take a little bit. What about you? You unlocked this tiny little road, but it is allowing you to move forward, so let's get you to move forward and see what we unlock. Could make gas the German way through coal gasification. That's possible. So we have a road that requires planks. Okay, we've got a long route here. But taking this route will continue to explore and unlock new areas. So, planks don't seem like a good road. Indeed they don't. I think, do you think clay or planks is a worse road, out of curiosity? How do you have no vehicle access to there? That seems odd. Okay, Victoria road fix. Roads closed between New South Wales and Victoria. To open the roads, complete the town, we need to complete Wodonga, Australia. So Wodonga is basically a border town. We have a few of them. And Albury, it's technically called Albury Wodonga these days. Albury is one side of the border, and Wodonga is the other. You can see Albury here and Wodonga here. So it is what it is. So in order to even get there, how am I supposed to complete Wodonga if I can't get to Wodonga, game? Hint, you will need to use rail to complete the town. That's a potentially useful hint, because it's telling me that we are a while away from that. Okay, let's travel over this way. Discovered a flour mill, that's good. I didn't really like the discoveries the last time the game gave them to me, but this time it seems fine because the discoveries are telling me about new goods that we can utilize. So, which do I need sooner? What do you mean? Sorry, I missed the context for that particular piece of conversation. I think we have... Do we not have access to sand? We do not. Okay. Look, you say no vehicle access, but... Okay. So we have this massive river that runs through pretty much the entire eastern side of the country. It starts up here somewhere and just sort of travels all throughout Australia. It's a very, very, very big river. Okay, have you delivered? You have. You unlocked roads that literally get me nothing. Fantastic game. So what even was the point? Alright, I think we're a bit stuck on this side now. Unless we have access to asphalt, which I don't think we do. The reason why I'm finishing this exploration, even though it's taking its sweet, sweet time, is because once we have unlocked everything, then we can very easily sort of zoom out and find what we need. And that's going to be good. Alright, well, in that case then, let's start having a look at places that need things. There's a place here that requires 2. No, we don't know what they are. What about you? Coal. A lot of the places that require just 1 bit of goods require like a ludicrous quantity of it, which is becoming very, very frustrating. There's a place over here that required 2, which is not that. Don't know why it said it required 2, because it also requires milk, grapes, and something else. So many things require just massive quantities. Okay, what about... Well, we will continue having a look through this. Soon we will be in South Australia. This is the South Australian border. Looks like there's this tiny bit of roadworks which are going to get in my way. And they also require planks and are also locked. Still, we're going to go up to them just to sort of see as much side stuff as we can. Looks like we can get in through... No, that's also locked. Alright. So I guess it's possible that we just are supposed to bring huge amounts of stuff to places. But when we're only doing 40 tons a load, it just seems... it just seems a little harsh at this early stage. We have to give boats to unlock the roadworks. I guess boats to do some river stuff. Alright. So many places that I've visited. I've travelled most of these roads at some point in my life because I live here and I need to get to here, and well, to do that you travel through the same path that this truck's taking. So that part at least is fairly accurate. I'm going to switch back to New Zealand for a second and see if we can't at least get 1 speed upgrade. Because we're kind of a little... I'm not going to say stuck in any way, but... 2.84 cheese sounds like something we can do. It's just look at the speed difference, you know what I mean? And all we need to do is unlock a couple of extra bits. Like if I can get a 4 times speed upgrade, that'll just be massive. Let's get you to grab fish. Like once we unlock railway and we're doing like, 400 tons to places and stuff, it'll be a lot more sensible, but we're not at that point yet. I don't think we even have limestone here, do we? No, we do not. So we're at 2 times, so if we do another 5, we'll be able to get to 4 times. because we barely had explored the southern section, there's a lot of really easy ones to do there. Okay, I think we only need 2 more and then we'll be at 4 times speed. No need to be greedy and go all the way to 6 times this early. Nope, okay, we're already at 4 times, so let's switch back to Australia. Okay, let's figure out how we want to tackle this. So if we have a look at our contracts, we have a lot of contracts that we can't easily complete. A lot of them are to do with New Zealand. Lots of New Zealand stuff still. These appear as towns with orange tax. Okay, so it's... don't know what that's really about yet. So we have the bushfires too, which we've done a lot of, but we haven't done the roads here. But we can't get access to the roads here because we need bricks, and we just do not have access to bricks. And if we were to try and get around this, it's wood once again, or it's sand. We do have access to sand, I think. No. So until we've gained access to wood, we are pretty much stuck on that quest. And gaining access to wood involves us finding steel. We don't need to find steel. Well, maybe we do. Actually, yeah, we probably do. Have we successfully completed a town yet? We have. Let's have a look at Queanbeyan. Queanbeyan can't have any... what about Nagunawal? Nagunawal will. And Nagunawal... Alright, I think that these are locked because... complete more towns and or businesses that need the industry's output resources. Huh? Okay, I see like a padlock on the 2 and 8 there. I'm a little confused. I probably should have looked that up whilst we were done, but that's okay. There are some things in this game that still confuse me. Oh, okay, we have a couple of things that need clay, and only small amounts of it. Let's get them done. I forget how much that first place needed. 14.4. That should be plenty. The next one needs 4.8. So we got a boost for that. Hopefully we get a loader for this next one, because then I'll be very happy. No, we just got more power. So the number is what, like how many goods that place requires. So this place requires 5 goods. This place requires 4. So trying to find places that just require 1 good, or when they require 2, require something that I can deliver. Let's have a look at this place that requires 2. Excellent. Looks like we can deliver that. So let's get you to do that. You have to take a long route to do it, but that's fine. And it's not a town, so it won't hurt our like we won't have this degrading over time. We could send the other truck to do it, but it would just take far longer than letting this one do it. Oh, we're discovering more stuff still. Ah, yes, but all still locked behind roadblocks, so no real point. Okay, let's get you to get clay and do the same thing. Once again, hoping for a loader. A loader upgrade would be super useful. Whilst traveling is still our longest use of time, loading is also not exactly fast. And if we're going to start delivering big loads to places, multiple hundreds of tons, I really want to be able to load it fast. Because as you can see, just sitting here loading this is taking forever. Alright. So we're not going to get very far through Australia today, but hopefully we unlock something interesting. We shall see. Hoping for the big fat L next to our truck. Nope. Still nothing. Alright, what about lettuce? Okay, a couple of places that just need lettuce. I don't know if we have access to them. Let's see. Yeah, we do have access to that one. Ah, wait a second. Stop. We do not have access to fertilizer. So we are limited currently. Let's just make sure that we've got, nowhere that does fertilizer. Hi, Baron Von Pawn. How you going? So since we have nowhere that has access to fertilizer, we are limited to 28 tons of lettuce. We cannot produce any more than that. So if we were to find a place to deliver this lettuce, it would need to be a place that needs less than 24 tons. There's this place that needs 17. But nowhere that makes any sense. Let's zoom in a little bit here. This looks like some rather extreme logistical nerdery. You have no idea, Baron. You have no idea. Each of these is a location that has goods that it requires. This is more of like a logistical puzzle game, really. Each of these is a place that has goods that it requires, and there's roadworks to unlock to actually gain access to the rest of the country that you're in, and you have to figure out how to deliver what goods to what businesses in what orders to do things. You also unlock faster trucks and bigger trucks, and eventually we'll unlock trains and boats and all sorts of crazy shenanigans. We're not quite there yet, but we will be. What about bottles? Do we have anywhere else that needs a bottled water? Down south does, but we don't have the ability to travel to the... Wait, do we? No, we don't have the ability to travel to those locations yet. There's a place that just requires 2,000 tons of water. That's perhaps a little beyond our capabilities here, but yeah, look at these places in the middle of Canberra. They require thousands upon thousands of tons of water. It's something we could do, it would just take forever. It's definitely like that's designed for trains. It's not designed for what we're doing here. So trying to find the needy Aussies, yeah. You're not wrong. Can I even reach this? Oh, I can reach this. Oh, it's the tiniest shortcut. Whatever. We'll let it do it. We're yet to see numbers that high. I say yet to because I'm sure at some point the game is going to throw me like insane curveballs like that. Oh, we don't have access to this anyway. There's a place called Tabletop. There you go. Never knew that. Learning things about my country all the time. So what I really need is somewhere that does steel. And we just do not have access to steel yet. Where's the Marmite factory? Australians don't... Marmite is a UK thing. Australians use Vegemite. It's basically the same thing. It definitely has a different flavour, but yeah. Alright, we've delivered some more goods and the truck is on its way back. Just need another 20 tons to unlock this tiny, tiny road. Yeah, I agree, Vegemite is far better. Everyone who I explain, hey, this is going to be quite bitter, and I've put the correct amount on toast with butter, has been like, oh, that's really nice. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's just when people get told to try it for the first time, they don't get it. They're like, oh, I'll have a teaspoon worth, and I'll stick it in my mouth. No. That's a little bit of overkill, Strudel, but if you're a massive fan of Vegemite, I can see why that would be the correct amount. Alright, so we've unlocked the tiniest little road. What do we have here in Mori? Mori has flour. Well, there's a couple of places that need flour, but it's just getting access. All of this is about getting access. So much of it requires wood. So steel is really the next thing that we need to have access to. Steel or sand, but we are nowhere... Well, we've got a couple of coastal bits, but not sandy coast. Yeah. We also don't have access to cheese. Yeah, I'm a little bit... not stuck, per se. Ah, what about oats? Oats also need fertilizer, so we're limited here again. But let's zoom out and see what we have access to. Nothing particularly interesting. Can't find sand in Aussie land. Well, this stuff isn't sand, really, until you start getting, like, up into here. It's just rock. It's just dust and rock. Now they just need organic uranium-free sand. I do have access to coal. That's good. I didn't see that before. Yeah, I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I'm just not sure what it is I'm missing. Okay, if we can provide cotton yarn to Nowra, Nowra will produce nets. So if we need nets, there's one place here that could use a little bit of nets. So let's at least get that sorted. And they need, what, 10 point something nets? So we are getting towards 20 there. That should be plenty. Now, is there anywhere else that needed nets? Okay, another place that needs 17.3. So we'll aim for that next. To do that, we'll need to deliver some cotton yarn. So let's do that next. We got loader. Excellent. That is going to make life significantly easier. Okay. Alright, it is eventually delivering. Okay, we've completed 5 businesses in Australia. That long to complete 5 businesses. Whew, okay. Now, are there any places that still need rock? There's a place that just needs 2.4 rock. And looks like we even have access to it. Might as well go and do that then. So is this better or worse than Bill and Ted's Adventure? To me it's better, significantly. Puzzling elements are a little bit, I would say it's equally obtuse. Just in a very different way. Actually, this game might be more obtuse, honestly. Okay. My problem is still not knowing where I'm supposed to be going next. Like, I have those quests. Oh, we also have gravel. Okay. Here's what I was missing. I just didn't see that we also had gravel. Okay. Let's do the little ones first. Let's start with this one. Alright. Here is the bit that we were missing. I didn't notice that... I thought that place only had 1 good to give. So it did not. It had 2. So we'll unlock a few more roads here. So a lot of these are just shortcut roads, but there is one road that I noticed that is not a shortcut road, so we shall see. Okay. Any other roads other than the long cut road? Nope. Let's go do that. Alright, and then we have another route further inland. Okay. Let's start exploring. Okay, so we've found a worm farm. That's useful. In fact, let us do this and get you to do that. Oh no, that's really useful. Worm farm is a source of fertilizer. And it's a it's an infinite source. Like it does worms and fertilizer. So that's good. We needed fertilizer. I'm going to try continuing down this path, seeing what other businesses we find. Okay, ready for insanity as we approach Newcastle. Like, look at all this. So many famous wine companies. Alright, what do we get? We got another roadworks. But it's another gravel roadworks. We can do that right away, so let's do it. Oh, we also have access to this this water one now, so that should be good. Progress is happening. I will admit I was pretty flummoxed for a little while there, but progress is definitely happening, so we'll do the water roadworks directly after this. Just so that way I don't forget. Because the water roadworks heads us into Sydney. And if memory serves, Sydney has like steel foundries? I could be wrong about that. I know South Australia has brickworks, so at the very least, if we can get into South Australia, we can get brick. Alright. So these roadworks require steel and asphalt. It's the first time a single roadwork has required two goods. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Still no new goods outside of the worms currently. Almost wish you could set your guy on auto explore. Some more gravel roadworks? Seriously? Okay, game. Look, if we can get into Newcastle this way, it's pretty good. So Newcastle and Sydney are very dense, but look at this. Like, look at how dense this area is, and we're not even at the places that I would consider to be dense in terms of population. So it's gonna be crazy. Okay, moving further into Newcastle. I will admit I expected it to be denser than that. Okay, we discovered a steel mill in Newcastle, Australia. There we go. Of course, its input is iron ore, and we don't currently have iron ore, so we are a little bit limited that way. But that's okay. We also discovered a vehicle shop, the Morandu Freight Yard, which, don't know if you notice, has a picture of a train. So we can start getting trains at some point. It looks like 200-ton train for 1.2 million. $1.9 million if we wanted a 200-ton diesel wagon that's new. Or a 2.3 million for a 400-ton used 20 wagon diesel. These are some pretty basic trains, but yeah. I still don't know how trains work, but I'm seeing this purple stuff and wondering if that's what trains are. And these purple lines. It's quite possible. Yeah, look at the purple lines heading out that way. So we have a new way of getting lines and doing stuff with them, so let's continue to do some exploration around here. Okay. I think we have explored as much as we can here without doing some more roadworks, which require the sand. We got another clay one. I think we got clay. Is that right? We do have clay. Whew, that's going to be a long trip. Okay. Whilst that happens, let's have a look at Newcastle Steelworks. It starts with 28 tons of steel. And of course needs iron ore. We don't have iron ore access yet, I don't think. Let me zoom right out. Yeah, we don't currently have iron ore access. So we're limited to 28 tons. But 28 tons might be enough. It definitely is. 18 tons here will give us access to wood. And wood has been a requirement for a bunch of other locations. Australian Rail Part 1. Australia is huge, moving cargo around is great with rail. Find your way to Newcastle, find the rail link, complete Mayfield so you can build a single store for iron ore. Okay, complete Mayfield, Australia. That's not... Okay, which one is Mayfield, Australia then? That's not Mayfield. This is Newcastle game. I know that you're like, find your way to Newcastle and find the rail link. Yes, I've done that part. Ah, Mayfield is this one. Okay. So if we just supply you with gravel and rock, which we should be able to do, then we get a 5-wagon diesel. Okay. And does Mayfield just require a train? Because it's purple. Let's find out. Alright, he's traveling, so... We also discovered a vineyard. I don't know if we have access to it, though. Man, it really sucks that these places need 41. Actually, no, they need 37 minimum, so that's okay. Alright. So we're about to unlock a train. A 5-wagon diesel isn't going to be huge, but I'm not going to complain about getting a free train and getting to understand how trains work in this game. It might almost be worth getting rid of this B-double. No, they sell for next to nothing. 50,000, but they cost a huge amount. Okay. Australian Rail Part 1. Now have a train at Morandu Freight Yard. Deliver iron ore from Broken Hill to Newcastle by rail and then truck. Okay, sounds good. See this train? Let's move the let's move you out of the way just for a second. Okay. You gonna tell me where Merriweather is? No, you're not. Okay, Broken Hill. Well, we are definitely not going the right way, but I do want to go and have a look at Sydney and stuff. Interesting. So because we're only on the rail lines, we don't actually get to see anything that isn't rail oriented. So that's pretty cool. Also, I'm pretending that those numbers didn't say like 12.1 thousand and stuff like that, but they definitely did. Australia provides 95 to 97% of the world's precious opal. Besides precious opal, there are a few other types including fire opal and black opal. Okay, so if we deliver opals from the centre of Australia, South Australia, to open the port of Botany Bay, then we can do that. Okay. Looks like it doesn't need opals, but whatever game. Alright, we should be heading towards Broken Hill. If memory serves, look, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna type into Broken Hill. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's pretty much where I thought it was. But where is that in terms of... Yeah, so it's up north. So take the northern route out of Sydney. Okay. Pretty easy. Because otherwise we'd be spending a ton of time doing very little. Train moves fast. Seriously fast. Okay, I say that, but this is definitely not going the correct way either. So maybe I do need to be down there. Maybe I was taking this the right way. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, as much as I'm familiar with Australia, I'm not necessarily, like, amazingly familiar with its train routes, especially not its cargo train routes. But I should have been familiar with this one, because we travel beside it whenever we go to Sydney. At least I thought that was the train that we travel beside. There's one that goes, like, right up through this way. To hay and everything. This is a slightly different route. Okay, I see a northern. Do I not see a northern? Maybe it ends in Shepparton. Okay. Roads are closed to South Australia, complete border town, Australia. Yeah, we're inventive with our names. Good old border town. So is it here or here? So I know what the game wanted me to do, but I am having difficulty finding it. Let's take the northern route out. There we go, discover the Broken Hill mine. There it is. Okay. So it looks like we have discovered the Cooper opal mine. That's South Australia as a whole. Yep. Okay, so now we're in Broken Hill. So our goal is to take this iron ore and bring it over here, but the problem is that we don't have a single store. So our goal is to build a single store in Mayfield. So Mayfield needs a single store. Let's do 10 of 10 since it cost me only 9,000. Build cargo store. Select the resource that can be delivered to the store. I will take iron ore, thank you. Congratulations, industry board. Right, so that can hold up to 400 almost iron ore. So let's do that. And the train that we've got connects 100 tons. The only thing for days I love going to the iron ore. Yeah, pretty good, Velcat. Pretty good. I've just gotten iron ore, which is filling up on my train, starting to understand how railways work in this game, which is pretty cool. And it's slowly traveling all the way back here to deliver that iron ore for me. It's pretty good. That iron ore will then go to the steelworks and we'll be able to get a regular amount of steel, which is basically the next step that we need to do to unlock further things in our journey. Yeah, I only just unlocked them. Could go and take the train through the rest of Australia and discover that. But right now, I'm happy with what it is. So yeah, we also have access to opals and Cooper and we can travel all the way to using the trains. The trains don't seem to have railway track that you need to rebuild, thankfully. So it's not like the road system. Okay, train is almost there. My gosh, so many businesses. This is going to do my head in eventually. Whew. For now, it's fine. Alright, so that's going to unload. And we can simply get the truck to grab that iron ore and deliver it. Okay, it needs coal to upgrade. That should be fine. We should probably do that next, because I think we have access to coal. No, I want you to do this. Okay. Let's upgrade the steel mill, which will make it more efficient. Now, there weren't a whole bunch of places that were unlocked using steel, but one of the things that were unlocked using steel is wood, and there's a ton of places that get unlocked with wood. Now, I'm trying to decide whether or not it's better to... yeah, I had a feeling we moved... I'm going to change us to lo-fi, because we went off the... off that playlist. Okay, so the industry is upgraded now. As you can see, it uses very little iron ore to produce a lot of steel. That's not how steel and iron ore work at all, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. Let's start delivering some steel. It looks like there might be a shortcut, a couple of shortcuts here, so we'll hit those up first. Welcome to the future, yeah, quite literally. Now this one I think was the jewel. Here it is. So this isn't actually going to unlock anything, but it will mean that I don't need to worry about remembering that it needs steel later on. Actually, why does it say roadworks complete? Oh, it was two, but this is the one. Oh, okay, so one of those is the route that like big trucks can take, whereas this is the route that small trucks can take. So we did actually unlock a bunch of stuff. Are we gonna do this? No, you know what? I will leave this for the moment, because that's going to be insanity if that gets us all the way into Sydney. Let's go and deliver steel down to this one. What do you mean no vehicle access? Was I selecting the wrong end of this? There we go. I was. So where are the koala and kangaroo farms? We don't have any. We don't really farm them. I mean, we've got plenty of zoos, but... oh, actually, there's probably kangaroo farms. We do eat kangaroo. It's just kangaroo are... there's so many kangaroos. Deadly spider farms? I mean, well, you know how it is. When you have such amazing spiders available to you, you might as well. Koala have too much syphilis to be safely farmed. You're not wrong. Gosh, koalas. Yeah, they're an odd beast. Is it chlamydia? Ah, they've definitely got a STI that they... Why not both? Why not both, indeed? I'm not going to Google it for you. I'll leave a... What is this tiny road? Okay, sure. We'll unlock it because we're here, but... Okay, no vehicle access to that side of it, but we do have vehicle access to that side of it. I guess it is a bridge. It does seem to make a small modicum of sense. You could leave it as a fact for other players later, though. Don't koala STD in your search history, coward. Ah, indeed. Alright, once he's done with this, we'll go into Sydney and see what we can see there. We also need to go and deal with the wood unlocks. So that's going to be our next thing. Okay, no, let's do the wood unlocks first. Okay, so the next thing for our steel plant is machinery. We do not have access to machinery currently. So yeah, I got about another, say another 15 minutes, and then unfortunately going to have to call it for that big W, the work thing. Alright, lots of places needed wood, so this was a good thing. Once we've done the wood unlocks, then we'll move into Sydney. It's amazing how zoomed out we need to be to sort of do this properly. Excellent. The forest needs steel, so we'll actually do that next. I'm glad that the game gave us a free train. I think it would have been a little frustrating to have to save up all that money. Look at it moving so very slowly. I do find it interesting that the best train that it can currently give me is, I think it's only, what, 20 containers? Like, I don't know what it's like where you live, but cargo trains are often like 100+ container long. Like, you wait for a, 100+. I don't know if that was you agreeing with me, Shadow, or... but yeah. Yep, absolutely. It massively sucks to get stuck at a crossing. Oh, this one requires more than what I gave it. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to click it. Sure. Okay, 60. I was like, I don't really want to click it because if it's like... But then I was like, what if it's like 300 or something? And... yeah. Yeah, we don't really have short-haul cargo. Not train-based, anyway. As far as I'm aware, it's basically all long-haul. Could be wrong. Tell you what, tonight, I'll ask Neil. He would be not an expert on such matters, but I suspect he would know. He deals with a lot more of Australia's logistics than I do, so... Okay, another big one to unlock. So I'm wondering if I need another single store somewhere to get the opals and deliver them to Sydney's port. Because it sounds like we might have access to shipping soon. Should be pretty good. Okay, good. I was like, I thought it was about to go and head back again, and I was like, alright. Unfortunately, most of those unlocks were shortcuts. They weren't... oh, there's one here that we haven't done yet. But the ones that were going into Victoria were wood-based, so we've definitely unlocked some more of Victoria as well. Don't know how far we'll get, because Victoria's, like Melbourne itself, is here, so there could still be a ton of roadworks between. Okay, train has delivered the most that it can deliver. And we've done the roadworks. So, well. Yeah, okay, I thought we had an in route to, oh, we do, it just requires other goods. That's fine. Let's go have a look at the Sydney route. That's mostly what I'm interested in. Sydney route was up this way, so let's go up this way, and then we'll zoom in. It was through this. I can show you where I grew up, not that anyone cares. Showing you where I grew up on Google Maps. Amazing. Alright. Okay, so we're still kind of locked out of Sydney. It doesn't want to send Sydney just yet. Sand, excellent. That's another road unlock. Funnily enough, needed right here. Okay. Yeah, look at how dense this is already. Okay, gravel. We can do that. What do you mean no vehicle access? We've got vehicle access to that. Thank you. Yeah, 175 plus when I zoom out, compared to like, what's Canberra's at this level of zoom? Oh, Canberra's in here. 70 something? Can't tell. Yeah, 74. Yep, that's a lot of density. That's a lot of stuff to do. Okay, let's continue on in. My gosh, how zoomed in do we need to be to... Okay, yep, that's a bridge. Whew, so many roads to... I don't know if I like this aspect. Like, I like the roadworks aspect, I understand the concept behind it. But when they have locked things like steel behind things that, like, you needed steel to already get access to. It just feels a little like it's just busy work at that point. But I mean, I guess you could call this busy work the game, really, so... Alright, we unlocked another route. And I do wish the game had an auto-explore option. Okay. Alright, looks like we can get this one though, right? We have concrete somewhere, I don't remember where, but... we don't have concrete. We had... Do we not have access to Wollongong? Yes, Wollongong was the one that's locked behind concrete. It was really weird. It was like, hey, we've got this concrete, but to get to the concrete, we first need to do this. So I think we need to either maybe do something by train... Like, it looks like trains go through here, but it doesn't look like we can pick up things because it's not purple. Purple are the places that we can get. So we want to kind of travel down this route to get access to that. Yeah, okay, so we can't travel into there. My gosh, this hurts the eyes. There's just so much stuff here. So planks or boats. Or boats or planks or concrete, which we can't access yet. I have found a new path. Okay, it's covered in roadworks, which require lighting. Alright. As you do, I suppose. This is about as much of Sydney as we can currently unlock. Just sort of having a look to see if there's anything else that is obvious. Ah, here's something. I have these ones. Okay. Let's go grab these. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, if I had a ton of money, which I don't have, obviously, but if I had a ton of money, what I would do is I would create a logistics business that uses nothing but the Tesla truck, because honestly, the amount of money that can be saved here in Australia because we have these massive routes that need to be taken. It's insane. It cuts the fuel requirement effectively, like almost down to a quarter in terms of cost difference. So, and if you do it with solar and stuff as well, it becomes quite insane. It looks like we need steel here. Okay, let's continue on inland. Okay, and then we're up to some limestone and rock, it looks like. But yeah, okay. We're pretty much at where I grew up. So I grew up in Western Sydney. There is a show. I'm not going to call it a fantastic show. Sure. That's fair. Not accounting for recharge times. You're right. They do have the truck system said that it has quick swap battery capability. So in theory, you would have to, I guess that would mean more infrastructure costs, because you'd have to set up like quick charge stations and stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting. So I grew up in the wonderful place of Mount Druitt. Mount Druitt had the esteemed privilege of being the only town in New South Wales where students failed to complete Year 12 twice in a row. So in 2 years consecutively, not a single student managed to pass high school. And as you can see, it's quite a dense area, especially these places, which aren't houses. These are, I don't know what they call them in other parts of the world, but flats, basically, like multi-story dwellings, where, you know, they're one bedroom apartments. And yeah, so the population is quite dense. And that's where I grew up. And there was a show called Howzos. And Howzos was based on a place that I can't see right now. We'd have to go a little bit further this way. But basically, I grew up in Mount Druitt, and my grandmother grew up in a... Did I contribute to the Year 12 failure rate? No, I moved from Mount Druitt to a place called Colleton, which is over here, and went to school in Colleton and finished my Year 12 there. Well, actually, did some study there and then moved over to another place called Quakers Hill, which should be just here somewhere. Why can't I see it? Blacktown, Layla, Kings Langley, Kings Park, Marion. Huh. Maybe they don't have Quakers Hill on the map. No big deal. It's basically around this sort of area-ish. There it is. Found it. Not used to trying to find this on Google Maps. There we go. Doesn't exist. Story doesn't check out. Quakers Hill, which was a really interesting place, Quakers Hill. You can sort of see it now, although stuff has sort of changed over the years since I went and studied. It was half rural, half suburbia. So it actually had a really interesting school that had sort of both rural studies and your more stereotypical studies. So I got to do quite a lot of different studying because of it. It also had it also had this school, which is over here, which was the first of the places in Australia to take students in from multiple high schools and then have them do their Year 12 all together. So Year 11 and 12 senior high school from multiple different school precincts. I think that's something that happens a lot in America, but we just didn't do it. And that was pretty good too. Anyway, I think that's pretty much going to be it for me for today. I have my work to get to, and I have to leave in about 8 minutes, so I am going to be done. In fact, that's Mrs. Bain coming in to be like, you need to be ready in 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, see you later.